YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Yo, Tim Westwood TV. Yo, Gigs, what up, family? Good to see you, fam. Don't leave me hanging, man. Good to see you. So we're back at it again. Obviously, like an important date about to hit, 5th of August. It's all about to happen. Obviously, you know, we're here at the launch pad just to really understand what's about to go down. So what's happening with the Landlord?
It's coming, mate. August 5th, like you said. It's homage to Walk in the Park still.
Is this Walk in the Park Part 2?
No, it's not Part 2, but like, obviously that's the first album. That was August the 4th, remember? So, you don't remember?
I do remember, actually. It's a big date.
But yeah, but we couldn't get the 4th, obviously. It's an odd day, innit?
Yeah.
So we just done the 5th.
Just on the 5th. So is that really significant, that years later to go in this August date?
Yeah, I just thought, like, it feels like a walk in the park again, you get me? So I just wanted to pay homage to that date, you get me? So, yeah.
How are you feeling about the whole project?
It's clean, man. It's clean. You know me.
Smash it?
You know me, man. I'm a fan. You get me? So.
And is this like accumulation of your experience right up to now?
Yeah, of course it has to be, innit?
What are the main tracks?
My favourite one right now is Swerving.
Okay.
Just Swerving.
And Swerving is the story of what?
That's just some real shit, like. It's all real shit, but that's like that deep shit, like, you know them ones.
So what type of things are you saying in Swerving?
Just talking about, like, life and that, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. That where I was before and where I am now, like, that kind of, you know what I mean? I fucked up things there before, but now, that man's got a chance to make something happen, you know what I mean? Well, making things happen, I should say. That kind of shit.
You got a joint with Stormzy and Dubs on there.
Yeah.
What's that looking like?
That's just hard, man.
Now, does this look good or not on camera?
Fuck knows, man.
It's fucking what it is,
It's
baby.
what you got in it.
It's what we got, man, because we've been smoking crack here before we put on the cameras. So
not me, mate.
not me, right?
But how'd you fucking work this again?
Exactly. It's childproof. Black hash, baby.
There's no hash.
Right.
Storms and Dubs, yeah, that's just some hard shit, man. That's
super
like,
hard.
Yeah, like, obviously I'm a fan of Storms. He goes hard.
Goes hard, baby.
You get me? Dubs, I'm a fan of Dubs.
Obviously.
I'm a fan of Gigs. You get me? So I just wanted to hear that. Anything you hear, any collaboration you hear, that's something I would like to hear what that sounds like and roll to it, innit? You know what I mean? Like, and that's that, Stormzy, Dubs and Gigs, like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, that is like a combination you'd really want to just ride out to. So being a fan, you just want to hear yourself. I respect that. I respect that. Because I've been with a lot of artists. Like, if you were Diddy, all he listens to is his own music, man.
Yeah.
And you've got to respect that.
Yeah, I listen to other people as well.
Obviously.
Like, obviously, like no one can make music the way I make music, innit? And I'm a fan of that. Like, you know, no one that. So I'm gonna make. Like when I was in the grind, I used to, like, if I needed new music for the road and that, I'll just make a new mixtape. You get me? That's where, like, that's why the work rate was so high. Then, you know what I'm saying? You get me?
Who are the producers?
It's mostly like, it's all UK, man. Like, we've got Greatness Jones, Boom Productions, of course.
Yeah, it's only right.
Of course, the dude that made that Whipping Excursion, Scott Styles. You know what I mean? Like, it's got mostly like UK, man. And like, those are the hardest producers right now.
For real.
That do what we do, innit? Like.
Yeah. And this is your sound. And shout out to Boom Productions from Day, you know?
And that's the thing, like, because I've always rapped, you know, the ones here, but obviously it's UK, you know, the ones like, because I used to think, wow, like, where does my music fit in? Like, it don't sound like East Coast rap, don't sound like West, don't sound like South. Like, where does our...
And didn't sound like UK, like that early UK rap.
Yeah, but that early UK rap, that was like proper hip hop though, innit? Like, you know, the ones like, do you know what I mean?
Like old school, but it was also quite garbage as well, to be quite honest. You know what I mean?
There's a couple hard, man.
Like who?
Rodney P was hard. I liked him. He rapped English as well, like the way he speaks, like, you know, the man them, you know, the man them just say, you know, that one's like.
I always felt he had a plum in his mouth. Now, what sort of stories are you dealing with?
Just talking about it's just same old shit, man. You know,
Street shit.
Yeah, just not just street shit, man. Just like, just me, man. You know, I was like, it's just my character. You get me? That's it, man. If you know the kind of character I am, then you understand my music. You know, no one's like.
Why Landlord as a title?
What did one time I tweeted something, and then Swift from Section Boys, he must have tweeted Landlord. You get me? I was like, yeah, I like
just
that.
went off.
I like that still. You know, I was like Landlord. You get me? Because I think I was chatting to DP, and I said, where did you get the name from Landlord? Because I done a tune. There's, you know, there's a Nottingham rap team. They're called Landlords, innit? I've done a tune with them before, Gigs Landlords. But on Best of Gigs, it's just a Gigs verse. So, like, you won't hear the rest of the tune. So I don't think they heard the rest of the tune. They just used to listen to Best of Gigs. And then at the beginning, I was like, Landlord. You get me, bigging them up. But then my verse comes on and it's finished. So they must have thought I was saying Landlord. So he said, yeah, they always called it Landlord, you get me? So he tweeted Landlord. And I said, I like that name. I'm going to make that my next album. You know, no one's like Landlord, you get me? So that's it, man. And it was kind of fitting for the time as well. You know, no one's, let's be honest. Like.
Which of these tracks are you going to put in your stage show?
Whatever tracks the people want. You never know that. You never know that one, like. When I'm talking artist, I didn't think that was going to be that. The hit is today, that was just some street shit, like, you know, no one's like. So you never know.
Now, you do, in my opinion, one of the greatest UK rap shows. Like, your stage presence, the hits, the length of your show. I can't think of many artists who can, like, put on a show, especially just you as a solo up there. I can't think of other artists who can rip it like you. And it consistent, like bangers, just ripping. And then obviously you can adjust your show to the type of crowd.
Yeah, of course, man. Big catalogue, innit? You know what I mean?
Big catalogue and a big show.
Yeah.
And it's definitely one of my favourite shows. With that shredded, I can't think of anyone. I mean, Skepta's is a great show, Stormzy's is a great show, but you, as a solo artist, just doing a rap show, incredible.
Yeah, it's true. When I was doing Love Box the other day, like, I was proper fucking it up and that. And I was just looking in the crowd, big massive crowd, and I was thinking like, rah, this is proper like gangster music, like, you know what I mean? Like man's struggle, you know what I'm saying? Coming from growing up in Norm and all that, going through certain things. Like, this is man's story, like, you know, no one's like, and everyone's out there singing it, like, and loving it, you know. I thought that's mad, like, for the type of music it is, you know what I mean? Like, because obviously if you don't go through certain things, like, you might not understand, innit, you know. No one's like, and certain things that I'm talking about, man, it just ain't gonna understand it, but like, people do, like, you know, no one's like, and it's just mad, you get me?
Yeah. So it's just past 12 midnight. Pre-orders now online.
Yeah.
Obviously it was a big moment because you needed to check to see it.
You had to stop the interview.
Stop the interview to, check the track listings was correct.
Yeah, trust me.
And just start to see those pre-orders come in, family. How's it looking? It's like 2 minutes past midnight. Are they ticking up?
Yeah, it's ready to go. It's out there now. You can pre-order it now. Get Whipping Excursion right now.
Exactly.
Whipping Excursion. I gotta pick up that person. In the trap, whipping that working. You're not a gangster, you're just an internet version. Whipping that Wurzel. You know me, got the littlest circle. Missus in the crib, you know I'm keeping that fertile. We don't take pictures, you know I'm keeping that personal.
Can't believe it's here, but I've been sitting on this, bro. Trust me. You get me? Everyone's been like, where's the landlord? Where's it? I'm thinking, bro, if I could give it to you now, I would, innit? Like, you know, no one's like, I've had it for months, bro. You get me?
But patiently waiting.
Yeah, just sitting there. Even that video, I shot that video ages ago, bro. You get me? Yeah. I've had all these moves ready to attack. Like, trust me.
And you've been living with the album for a minute. Real proud.
Yeah. Trust me.
What's going to happen after the album, man? The tour? How are you going to like consolidate this?
I don't even know what's next, bro, man. I just want
about
to drop my hard CD, bro, man. Like, you know, no one's.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. It's back to that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, no one's. Because when man, like, obviously, like, when man got signed with the label and that, it's just changed the fun, like, you know, no one's. Like,
Did it suddenly become more serious?
yeah, like, it's just way more serious. But, like, obviously, like, my label, cool. Obviously, I'm not with them no more, but, like, they was cool and like, they're like family,
Yeah,
you know,
good people.
Like proper.
Yeah. You were lucky that you were with good people.
Yeah, no, like, it's different. Like, we've been through shit, like, real shit. You get me? Like, I fuck with them heavy, like, you know, the ones.
Yeah, good people, man.
But, like,
And that's why I think you judged that one right rather than just
Yeah.
sign to anybody, which you
well,
could
to
have
be
done.
honest, I'm not gonna lie. I just went who had the most money, like, you know.
Why
I'm
not?
not gonna lie.
Why wouldn't
Then you
Why
get me.
wouldn't
Then
you?
everyone was like, "Yeah, man, you were such a good." But obviously, man's always guided by God as well. You know, them ones like, do you know what I mean? Like, always. You get me? So that's where man ended up in it. Like, you know, them ones like. But yeah, there's good people. Like, you get me? Like proper, like family. Like, I still holler at them now all the time. You get me? Like. But you know what it is, yeah? You see, like, you see man's music, yeah? Like, this is a whole new thing, innit? Like, this rap thing, like this gangster rap thing, like, shouldn't even say that, because you don't even have to be gangster, it's like, just like this rap, UK rap thing, like, it hasn't been done before, innit? Like, you know, them ones, like, and it's like, we was playing, like, I was, like, started playing games and that, you know, them ones, not making songs for radio, but like, which song's gonna fit on radio, like, you know, them ones, like, do you know what I mean? But these times here, if it was down to me, I'll drop some fucking hard shit like Matic or something, Matic, like, you know, them ones, you know what I mean? Like, but man's dropping, like, obviously they're big tunes that don't go there and that, like, that's alright and that, but like, that's not what I roll in the whip to, like, you know, them ones, and me mugging that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and you get me, it's still hard shit and that, but it was just a lot of that.
A lot of that.
Yeah, and it's like, you get me, that's not how I got here, like, you get me, like, I got here from fucking bangers, bro, like, you know, them ones, like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
So you just brought it back around to where you need to be.
Yeah, so now, when I just made this, like, I made this album in 2 weeks, bro, like, you know, them ones. 2 weeks, like, it just banged out, that tune just vibes in, to get me not thinking about nothing, and now man just dropped Whipping Excursion, you know, them ones, like, and I dropped it when I wanted to as well. I didn't need to drop it and warm up the radio for months, and then everyone gets bored of my song, and you know, you know, all that shit, like, you know, them ones, like, I don't want to hear no fucking song for months myself. I don't want to hear no tune for months over and over playing in my fucking head. And do you know what I mean? I want to hear some new shit, bro.
Some new hard shit.
Hard shit, yeah. Like, and that's what man's brought it back to. Like, that's what's happening now. That's what's running it anyway. I knew it was always gonna be this way, like, you know what I mean? Like, so now it's just back to enjoying and having fun, like, and doing what the fuck we want to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why this album's gonna be another classic, you know what I mean?
it's been a long journey, and it's been a struggle, and you certainly had your obstacles to overcome, like the industry you had to fight down, the police you had to fight down, then you had your personal jam up. I mean, it's an amazing story of how you've overcome. Did you ever get downhearted? Like saying, fuck this?
Yeah, of course, man, all the time. Everyone does, innit? You know what I mean? But we always got man like Butt there. Trust me. I remember when I first used to do rap, when I was, where was it? What mixtapes was it? It was like, probably like kind of like Boomsville times and that. I used to say, this is long, Butt, man. This ain't happening, man. Fuck this, man. I used to say, but this time I never even used to leave Peckham. That's what it's like when you live down there. You just don't leave the ends. Like, you hit the trap, then you go. Well, you don't even go home. Like, you probably go home in the morning, catch a couple hours, hit the trap again. That's what you do every day. You don't leave the ends. Like, no one's. So I didn't used to see shit. Like, but obviously, Buck used to like leave the ends and do certain things and that. And he used to say, trust me, fam, I'm seeing it, fam. People are like, yo, like, you man's movement strong. And I used to just think, oh, that's probably one or two people, but man, like, no one's like, but.
But the movement was intense.
Yeah.
Like Peckham really rode for you, and like you had Peckham tattooed on your back because, like, people really rode for you out of that, like, really rode out. Something that I've not really seen before.
Because man rid for Peckham, that's why. There was, it didn't ride for me.
Like, in a lot of ways, like, people always claim their ends, but like, you really owned it, like, in a way that I haven't seen since.
Of course, man. Yeah, I love Peckham, man. That's my ends. That's where I grew up, you know what I mean? Yeah, so.
But to go from that to the next level, when it became like more London-wide, not just South, how did that happen?
I don't know, man. We were just flooding the streets with mixtapes, like proper, because I knew our music was good. Like, the ones. I always knew, like, because me, I don't like nothing. Like, the ones. I like good music. You know what I'm saying? If I like good music, I fought with it, and I knew our music was good. You get me? Like, but like, we just needed a chance, so we just used to give out bare CDs, just everywhere. We used to go all over, like, bare raves. Give them time, man. Used to sell CDs for £5. Like, you had cats like them, like brothers selling £5 CDs. Man just used to give them away, bro, because we always knew. Like, I always used to say, like, if that CD's in your, like, you might get that CD, just throw it in your car. Them days you'd throw a CD on the pile in your car and that. But then I always used to think, if you, like, you might go somewhere to a friend's or something, and you hear a hard gigs tune, and you think, bro, I swear I got this brother's CD in the car. Them ones, like, and then you go back and listen to it. When you give it that chance, you're gonna say, bro, these brothers are hard, bro. Like, them ones, like. So man just used to give them out, like, all over the place, like. And that was it, man. We just flooded the streets of it.
Yeah, because I remember, like, people was really, like, I remember I went to a funeral there and I had to get a ride from the church to the graveyard, and, like, they were all just banging your CD in the car. Anytime I was in South, man, people would just come up to me. I might be at, like, an ATM machine, a kid would come up on a bike, you say, you know about gigs. It was like something you'd never seen, that sort of, like, your town riding for you like that. Then one of your early shows was a Sound in Leicester Square.
Yeah, that was one of the first. That was your thing, innit? I remember you asked me to come out. Yeah, I did something before that, like a little university thing. I remember I was just looking straight. I wasn't even looking at the crowd, where I just, the man's fresh off the street and they want man to perform, like, them ones, like. I remember that was a little $3 bills, two $3 bills or something. Went and done that.
Yeah.
And I was just staring at the staring at the, like, straight, not looking at no one. I didn't even know if people was going mad, like, you know. The next thing, then you've hollered for that big fucking, you get me? Saying, trust me, man, it'll ring off. I was thinking, are you sure? Like, they want to hear man and that, you get me? But, fuck, it went off still.
Yo, if you're talking the hardest gigs, better pop up in your tour in the market. Everybody wants to know where. Walking up, sporting up, half of the crowd's all sorting the bar, chicks looking at me like, talk to me, darling.
And then after that, started to get some radio play, and then you got the fight down. Why do you think you got the industry fight down? Like, you didn't know these people, but they were fighting you down hard.
I just think people are scared, man. You know, the ones that, do you know what I mean? Like, have you watched the man's first Tim Westwood interview? Have you watched that? The freestyle. Watch that fucking freestyle, bro. We came in like, this is fucking gangbangers from Peckham. Everyone said that it was gangbangers, you know? Yeah, and then like the police are probably phoning up the radio station and all that, like, what, you got these criminals down there, you know what I mean? Like, and then like if you look at it, we're looking greasy, bruv. Like, trust me, like, even Butt, that's my manager now. Butt was me mugging, like, you know, no one's on the camera looking around, like, you know, no one's fixed on him. He had the big fucking gloves, like he's got a shotgun outside, like some big fucking gloves, bro. Gunner's got his tattoo on, not giving a fuck, like, cause that's Gunner, he just don't give a fuck, like. That's him, like. And he's just there, like, looking like, yeah, so what? That was massive. Tim Westwood, bro, on Radio 1. You know, that one's like, you know what I mean? We was up there. But for you, that was normal. Because remember, you've been in the hood, you know, like, you get me? Like, these people, they don't really, they ain't been around, like, not as like us. You know, them ones, like, do you know what I mean? You was fucking around that, innit? Like, fucking doing playing in Brixton and fucking getting shot and all, you know, that one's like, you know what I mean? Like, you get it and you got it. We was just normal people to you trying to do our thing. But to them, we was just fucking nutters, bro. You know, them ones, I was coming in talking, look at what I was rapping about. I got my strap in my coat. And you know, them, I'm like switching off niggas like my strap's a remote. You know, them ones, they ain't had people coming out radio, man, talking mad like that, bro. You know, them ones, so, like, they probably just thought, nah, man, these brothers are nuts, man. We can't have these people out here, you know what I mean? Like, but these times here, I didn't give a fuck about radio, and I didn't even know, like, radio helps your career or nothing, you know, no one's like, so I didn't care anyway, like, do you know what I mean? So I just cracked on. You know?
And what you've also got to put in, like, the context of the time, because it was so early in the game.
Yeah, early.
So there was, like, the only gangsters they would have experienced would have been like 50 Cent, and he would have come in with the record company and the tour manager, and it was mad professional. They wouldn't have been, they hadn't seen any local street guys ever.
Yeah, you know, they want
like,
that.
this is like, because I think that was probably, you know, when it's all said and written, I think one of the most important things you've done is open the door for the street. Up until then, there was nobody representing the street. Nobody.
No, there was man representing, but like, man just weren't getting through. Like, I was like one of the first to get through from the street, but there's a whole scene.
Without that, yeah.
Yeah, like there was DVDs like PDC, Mashtown was on them DVDs, North
put
Star.
In the work, but no one coming
like,
through.
These are real brothers, like, you know them ones, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
but yeah, but definitely big up Mashtown, PDC, definitely North Star, all putting in the work. But like, you were the one which like opened the door to the success.
Man's just the one that like got through that door and left it open, you know them ones, like, do you know what I mean? But even like us, man, we like, man, I was bringing us through, like, you know what I'm saying, like Tiny Boost, bro, that, you know what I mean, like, he was like, that's a serious you know them ones, like, but he wanted to do music, you know them ones, like, you know what I mean, like.
So when you got the radio fight down, like, that was Graham, and then you got the police fight down, starting your shows down. But you just persisted, man. Just persisted.
Yeah, because that wasn't nothing like to me. I didn't give a fuck about all that, bro. Radio, and I was ducking the police anyway. You know that? Do you know what I mean? Like, so, like them phoning off a few people, that was alright for me, bro. I'd rather them doing that than fucking coming to fucking get me or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that was cool. I didn't give a fuck about it. They are gonna ring. You know them ones, like, you know what I mean? But like the radio thing, like I said, like man didn't listen to radio. You think niggas listen to the radio, bro?
For real.
Man, they're rolling in the whip to fucking CDs and that. You know them ones, like just the hard shit in the trap, bare mixtapes and that. You get me? Like, so we didn't even know nothing about radio. When they was telling us about the radio and all that, I was thinking, yeah, so what? Like, but other people, it's like, nah, these are the people that help you get your music out there, bro. But like, I was like, I don't give a fuck about that, man. My music's out there, bro. Like, you know, I'm off the street. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
now, one of the things I want to be, you know, just as we're here talking things, one of the things I've always been like real friggin' impressed with you is your judgment on people. Like, I feel like I've been in this game all my life, but you from the moment you stepped in, you just called it right with people. You knew who the good people were. You knew who the snakes were in this industry, and like I think your level of perception, man, is something I've always really admired about you. So if we're talking and you know you say, yo, this dude's okay, like irrespective of what I feel, I'll take that as said. And I don't know, that's just some intuitive stuff. Like you sussed out people. The years in the industry, I thought I didn't realize what they were about.
Yeah. That's just how it coming from the streets though, man. You know, like you can't trust no one down there, so you proper check people out, like, you know the ones. So you just do it automatically. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
And you can just tell bullshit straight away, so I just saw a lot of bullshit in it, like, you know the ones, like.
Yeah, I mean, you called it right like that. It amazed me. It amazed me till this day. Like, I will still ask you about people now. Like, what's this man saying, or this man's asking this? What's your thoughts? Yeah, that's really friggin' impressed me, man.
Yeah, you're the same, man. Yeah, you're into everyone, bro.
So, Gucci Mane has got a song out called All My Children, but he's talking about all these rappers are my children. Do you feel that with all the street rap coming out of South London, that you really just trailblazed and opened the door for this new generation of street guys really representing, putting out great music, making it really happen on YouTube, really, you know, repping the street? Will you take some credit for that?
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't really watch it, like, it's not really important, like, watching it. What's important is youths getting off the street, you know, the ones that, because that's what I wanted, like, look at Section, like, those are kids that, they come from a mad place, you know, the ones, but yesterday I was in Napa with them, they was just flexing and living the dream, like, you know, the ones that, they'll probably be doing a madness if it weren't for music, you know, the ones that, and that's more important than, yeah, I opened the door, like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, man, actually, and there's bare youths getting off the streets now, you know, no one's like, there's opportunity, you know, from that as well, like, everyone's doing shit, like, man is saying that you can do things, like, you know, no one's like the other day I was at the Pot of Paper shoot, when I shot that song with Pot of Paper, and there's some youth there, he had cups. Like, he said, yeah, man, can you hold my cup in the video and that? And I thought, right, that's a sick idea. Like, man are getting creative, bro. It's getting dangerous, bro. Like, you know, them ones that, you know what I mean? And that's what's happening, like, and that's what's really important. Like, you know, them ones that, you know what I mean? Then some fucking who opened the door or whatever, like, you know, them ones that, you know what I mean? This is real, like, you know what I mean? So.
Now, obviously, there's always a load of drama on the street, but with established artists, everyone is supporting each other. jumping on each other's records, supporting each other's shows. I mean, it feels like a very positive moment, like with the established artists helping each other.
That's just how it goes. Like most of the established artists, we're proper brethren though, man. Like, you know, the ones who known each other for years. We've been in this for like Skep. Like I've known him for years, bro. Gets from coming up in music. We've grown together. We've grown up. We've seen stuff together. Like had moments together. Like only we know about. Like, you know, the ones that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's family now. Like so, that's just normal, innit? Like, you know, the ones, oh, jump on this. Yeah, man, we'll jump on that. Yeah, I got an album coming out. What? Man has to win. Like when the man then win, we win. Like we all win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get me? That's why you'll see me gassing. Like Skep fucking up one show in Europe, like if it ain't safe, you know, them ones, that things like that. That's big for man, because I know where man's coming from, bro. We used to talk about things like this happening, and now it's happening. Like, you get me? Like we're always in the fucking sky all the time, like flying back here and there. You know, the ones that we talked about this. Now it's happening. You get me? From this hard shit. Like, you get me? Like,
and the music is the realness. It's not some tiny temper, Dizzy Rascal kind of, even Wiley flex. It's just the realness.
It's all, if it's coming from a real place, it's real, man. Whatever it is, bro. You know the ones, I don't really watch that, what anyone wants to do, bro. You know the ones that,
not making no judgment, because they're getting their form of success.
Like, even, I was listening to one Dizzy interview, yeah. And he was talking, because you see Dizzy and that, yeah, and Wiley and that. I was saying this to fucking Jammer the other day, yeah, because Jammer's old school like them as well, yeah. Like, when them man was mashing, like, see Dizzy was the first, apart from So Solid and that, but it's that was kind of like garagey, like, obviously that man jumped on garage, but then they started making their own beats, and it was a different sound, innit?
Without a doubt.
And that was like the first, like, Dizzy was one of the first brothers that real G's listen to, bro, from England. Like, you know them ones, like, do you know what I'm saying? You get me? Like, with that sound. You know them ones, like it was like he used to bad boy spitter, bro. You know them ones, like, everyone, like, I remember I was getting everyone in Norm Bang and Dizzy, like, you know them ones, like, do you know what I'm saying? So, and that was the same probably in every other hood. But guess what? That's his fans. You know them ones, like, so they had to come they came to the nuttiest places, bro. Them man there, like, you know them ones, like, when I think about it now, the places that they went was nuts, bro. Like Wiley and Dizzy and all that, Roll Deep and that, they used to come Caesars, bro. Do you know how mad that was, bro? Imperial Gardens and that. You used to go down them places. Them places were fucking death traps, bro. You know them ones, like, I know, bro, because the man was part of the death trap, like, you know them ones, like, do you know what I mean? Like, not that we fucking, those are the days man are young and stupid. What man thinks they can come around it, you know them ones, like, but
I was
they used to come
DJing
down
in Caesars before it was Caesars, when it was the Cat's Whiskers.
Yeah.
Like super hood days.
It's nuts, fam. Those are dangerous times, bro.
Imperial Gardens.
And them man used to come, you know them ones, like, you know what I'm saying? I respect it, like, you know them ones, like, you get me? When you think now, man, like, brothers that think they're greasy wouldn't be going some of them play, you know them ones, like, every hood and performing and that, you know them ones, like, when you think about it now, they did that for us, like, you know them ones, that's mad, isn't it? Like, obviously they was getting paid and that, but they wanted to perform it's all about fucking up the place more than the money. You know them ones, like, when you're mashing up the dance, and it's always gonna be that more than the money, bruv, you know them ones, like, and that's what they came and did for us, you know them ones. But like, so I was listening to some interview and Dizzy was like saying, yeah, man, like, obviously the music, like the rave scene that man was like doing and that was just getting too violent, like, you know the ones. And then he went to a festival, and then he saw festivals getting fucked up and that, and he was like, yeah, I want to fuck up these places. And he said he's made some rhythms to fuck up them, and I respect that, bro. He didn't want to go to them fucking nutty places anymore. He's done that anyway. So that's why I don't really watch, like, if they want to make, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's their business.
Yeah,
as
that's
artists,
their business, man.
They've got that, that's their right.
Like, it's their business.
That's their
like
right.
not that's his business. That's his business. How man's eating and that. You know what I mean? So,
And let's not front. Dizzy got paid.
Fam, Dizzy eats, fam. You know no one's like. I'm not even gonna get into that. I was gonna talk about. You get me? He gets it in, bro. Yeah.
Rightfully so, man.
And Wiley. He knows how to get money, bro. Like, you know the ones. You know what I mean? Like, when you talk to him, he just knows how to get peas, bro.
Yeah.
You know
So with the music, it feels like you've come back to where you started, but you've come back with all that experience now of like being an incredible performer, putting out the music that you just want to put out and doing what you need to do. I mean, what do you feel you've learned on this journey?
Learned a lot, man. But I'll tell you what, one of the main things that I've learned is that business is business, bro. Like, you know, the ones like, so don't think, oh yeah, it's hard. Like, how am I gonna do what Gigs does or whatever? That's hard, bro. Like, Buck says it to me, like, bro, it always goes back to the trap. Some of my brothers don't even like me talking about it and that, but that was the business man used to be in, bro. Like, you know, them ones like, you know what I mean? A man worked hard at it. Obviously, it wasn't a legal business and that, but it was business. That, you know, no one's. And I've took that knowledge into this business, and it's not even as hard as that anyway. Like, you know, them ones. That, you know what I mean?
Risk.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. Like you said, you suss people out. You know where to get money. You know how to move, how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's business, bro. Like, and I've learned that, and I just treat this music game the same way I dealt with that, like, you know, no one's like, and still have fun at the same time. Yeah, so
Fun side is definitely a big part of it.
of course, that's important, bro. That's the main thing. Trust me.
So a couple of things. You went to Lagos the other day.
Yeah.
First time in Africa. Amazing.
Yeah, sick. Madness.
People loving you.
Yeah, it was mad love, bro. And everyone was like mad proud of their country. Like, you know, no one's like, yeah, man. Like, how you enjoying Lagos? Like, you know, no one's like, just, everyone's polite. Like, how you enjoy it, man? Because it is so, like, it's such a beautiful place. Like, you know, no one's saying, everyone's just like, enjoy it, man. Like, now you can enjoy what we're enjoying. Like, you know, no one's like, you know what I mean? Like, so, and I was enjoying it.
Yeah, there's a lot to enjoy out there. And then you did the, I mean, you went in early with an Afrobeats record. You went in heavy with Mo Logo early in the game. And that ripped.
Yeah. He's from the end still.
Exactly. But came heavy with it on the Afrobeats. And are you still rolling with your day ones?
Yes, now and again.
My
brothers. Yeah. A couple of the family. Yeah, so I cut people off quick, bro. Like, you know, I'm not into nonsense, man. You get me? So, I don't give a fuck about all that day one shit, man. You know, no one's, if you're gonna fuck about it, you can fuck off, man. You know what I mean? That's some fucking bullshit. Oh yeah, with my day ones. You know, no one's. You know what I mean? Man's coming from a mad place, bro. Like, you know, no one's, you fucking could go to war with your fucking day one tomorrow. Like, you know, no one's like. So, yeah, I'm not into all that day one shit, man. You know, no one's.
Yeah, and those day ones will take you back to day one.
It's true, I like that. It's true.
That's how I feel, baby. I've got to thank you for the crib session because you're the reason we started the crib session. You were banned from the radio and we wanted you to come through, but obviously we weren't allowed to have you through like you, so you were banned from the radio station with at the time. So we set this up, which is the crib, for you to come through. And like when you first came through,
and remember all my videos were deleted, all my Westwood ones.
Yeah, they're back though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're back. Remember he phoned me, they deleted all the fucking videos, man. And I was like, fuck that anyway, man, we'll make new ones. Like, remember?
Yeah, but the first crib session was with you, and you know, shit was still in the boxes, and shit was mad fucking hectic here, but we had to like set it up just to give you an outlet.
That's some real shit, man.
For the real shit, man.
And like Tim, you see, Tim, he's a real brother for the streets. Like, you know, the ones for the streets, cause like, obviously then man was banned like from the radio. You know, the ones that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know, even though then I didn't know that could help. Tim thought, raw, man, that's like gonna mess you guys up. Like, you're trying to get off the street, you know, the ones. Then he made this, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, calm down, man. Remember, I didn't even know what I was coming down for when you said calm down. You know what I mean? Calm down and that. Then we was just spitting, smoking, obviously, well, Jamaica, but cigarettes, like, you know.
Yeah, no
oh, I got something now, it doesn't matter, does it?
Just getting turned up, man.
Yeah, that is a vibe, like.
A lot of niggas wanna follow Gigs' rap pattern. Yeah. Niggas love the movement of the black wagon. With couple yard man playing backgammon. Fat spliff and a fat dragon. Holler that spent, he just smashed Hatton. Got the SN1 clean, got it back flashing.
And now this is the crib session, bro.
For
like,
real,
you know that one's
like, thanks to you, because you made us do this, man. You see, like we did this for you as an outlet, man. And the blessed thing about this is there's no editorial guidelines, no restrictions on swearing. This is just the raw, uncut flavor, man. And everyone who's passed through here since, you know, artists like, you know, American artists from like the likes of 2 Chainz, Lloyd Banks, Waka Flocka, to all the UK artists.
Nah, Tim's
so
been
crazy.
you've been there for man, trust me. You know, like all of this. Tim was proper getting man out the hood, bro. Man brought me on Rascal at Hell's Kitchen. You know, I used to watch that shit in jail, bro. You know the ones. And Tim was like, yeah, man, come to Hell's Kitchen. I was like, what? Hell's Kitchen? Are you mad? Like, for a man like me, that was mad. Like, you know the ones, from watching that from the Bing to sitting on the Rascal table, spilling gravy on myself and that. Like, you know them ones. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Trust me, that's real shit. Like you made man see things differently. You know them ones you wouldn't even know. Like, you get me? And now I can show other people to see things differently. That's why that's why you always hear me do songs with like youths coming up in the streets and that. You know them ones that even a lot of these youths that man do songs with that might have problems with like other youths and that, you get me? So it could be mad to do, but man will help anyone, like, you know them ones that, you know what I mean? Like, I'll help them and I'll help them, you get me? And just show them, and yeah man, there's a better world than that bullshit street shit that we fucking went through.
Now, pre-orders available online now.
Yeah.
That's live. 5th of August, big day in the hip hop game, big day in the UK game. And like, we're all really, really turned up for you, fam.
No, respect.
We know this album is going to be so lit, no one is going to be disappointed. This is what the street's been wanting, we're going to feed it.
Respect.
Tim Westwood TV.
A lot of niggas wanna follow Gigs' rap pattern. Yeah. Niggas love the movement of the black wagon. With couple yard man playing backgammon.